Nestled in historic Rizal Park, the stately neoclassical building that once housed the Department of Finance now welcomes visitors as the National Museum of Anthropology in Manila. With its Corinthian columns and elegant portico, it's both an architectural spectacle and a cultural treasure. The ethnographic and cultural galleries weave threads of Filipino identity, faith, tradition, and place. These are spiritual and everyday artifacts from diverse ethno-linguistic groups. The museum's ethnographic collection includes various Marana artifacts, showcasing their material culture, including textiles, metalwork, and other everyday objects. Lumad and Bangsamoro art. These are indigenous art and cultural practices from Mindanao. Manlalikhaang Bay and Hull, celebrating national living treasures. Folk artists officially honored for preserving traditional crafts. Ochre designs. The ornate ochre designs, characteristic of Lumad and Moro artistry, adorn many brass pieces, demonstrating the intricate metalworking skills. Long-bladed weapons such as the kris, kempilin, and bolo are designed to be wielded single-handedly and function as slash and thrust weapons. This showcases ethnographic collections including weaponry like shields. A notable example is the kalisag, a large wooden shield used by pre-colonial Filipinos, crafted from hardwood and often adorned with intricate carvings and rattan binding. The BI Gallery. BI is a Nada term for life. This gallery features the National Ethnographic Collection gathered from 1903 to the present, which aims to provide an overview of the previous studies and documentation by early ethnographers and researchers on the Negrito groups. Gallery. The ceramic heritage of the Philippines. This is a recently opened gallery dedicated to the rich ceramic tradition of the Philippines from the earliest appearance of pottery in the region in the Neolithic c. 4,200 years ago to the contemporary period. This is a display of the various uses of ceramics from cooking pots to mortuary vessels. This trade route facilitated the exchange of goods and ideas between continents, with the galleons primarily carrying luxury items like silk, porcelain, and spices from Asia to the Americas and silver from the Americas to Asia. Cabanang Lahi archaeological treasures, home to national treasures such as the renowned Manungal jar, a Neolithic burial jar from Palawan dating to 890 to 710 BC. This is a highlight of the Philippines' archaeological collection. With its boatmen and soul figures, it's widely considered one of the finest pre-colonial artworks in the country. Wooden coffins. Generally, the early coffin tradition of the Philippines involves hollowing out pieces of wooden logs to form stylized burial receptacles with lids or covers. Their general shapes are either semicircular or trapezoidal in cross-section, and the lids are often carved into gable roof-like form. The coffins may appear plain or ornate, with carved animal motifs on the covers such as snakes, lizards, or crocodiles. The museum has a collection that includes traditional bontoc fish traps, showcasing the rich fishing traditions of the Philippines. These traps, along with other fishing implements, are part of the museum's ethnological collection, highlighting the ingenuity of Filipino communities in crafting tools from local materials. Fish traps, often made from bamboo, are placed in rivers and streams to catch fish. The museum's collection demonstrates how fishing in the Philippines has historically been tied to the use of natural materials and passed down through generations. The Baybayin, Ancient and Traditional Scripts of the Philippines Gallery is a permanent exhibition highlighting Babani, a Filipino traditional syllabic writing system. This gallery features and promotes awareness of the writing systems used by the early Filipinos through a showcase of archaeological artifacts, archival records from the Spanish colonial era, and ethnographic collection. Baybayin, as widely used by coastal groups since 16th century, were often inscribed on leaves using pigments, or on bamboos using sharp objects for engraving, including Jose Rizal's Mi Ultimo Adios. Hibla ang Laing Filipino, the textiles and weaving traditions across the Philippine archipelago. This gallery showcases the traditional textiles produced by various indigenous and cultural communities in the Philippines. This gallery tells the story of how these textiles were made, the materials in making the cloth, and the technologies they used. On display are different traditional textiles, looms, natural fibers, and dyes. Features of textiles and related tools, such as backstrap looms and foot looms, highlighting the artistry and cultural identity of groups like the Yakin and Lumid, are also showcased. The gallery features a death blanket called Canadian, used by the highest members of the Ifugao community known as the Kadangian, and the Benton cloth fragments, the oldest textile collection of the museum and a national cultural treasure. This project is a unique partnership between a historian and a painter, with Salho Felina envisioning the concepts and Guy Custodio realizing them through his art. This area houses a diverse collection of ancient media, including artifacts related to ancient scripts, archaeological finds, and ethnographic materials. And the journey is about to end. Now, you have met the Philippines through its stories, artifacts, and soul. The National Museum of Anthropology is where history shakes hands with culture, and it's anything but boring. Why go? Because it's like traveling through centuries in one building, and admission is free.